lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily entangles us or bestows us. Again, I tell you, I don't like to walk on the treadmill, but it's a necessary evil. I'm getting older. And so, as much as I like to work out, the beach muscles, I got to work out the muscle, the heart. I got to do my cardio. I don't always get on the treadmill, but when I do, I often sometimes wear a 20-pound weight vest that I like to put on. As if I'm not heavy enough, I like to add a little bit more weight. I like to challenge. But I began to think about this, and I want you guys to stay with me here. Stay with me, because this is important. I'll get us to where we got to go. But I put this 20-pound weight vest on, and I began to walk on the treadmill. The first minute, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 minutes, I can feel the weight. I notice the weight. It's uncomfortable. It wants to shift when I move as I'm walking, and it's there. But after the first 5 minutes or so, I get used to a weight. Stay with me here for a moment. I don't know if you're following me. But you get used to carrying a weight that you no longer notice it's there. You've just been carrying a weight for so long that it's just there. And too many times in our Christian walks, we have been carrying the weight of whatever it is that we're going through for just a little too long, and we don't put it down. I'm telling you right now, the Bible says to lay aside every weight and the sin. Notice that it says weight and sin. Yes, sin. That's obvious. Lay those things down. Cast those things to Jesus. Give them to Jesus. But there are some weights that we carry that is unnecessary, that we don't have to carry. I preached a message one time, and I tied myself to the pulpit. And it said, what is holding you back? And it prevented me from getting to where I had to go because I was tied to something. But the weights that we carry don't necessarily prevent us from getting to where we got to go. But they slow us down. They slow the progress. They don't allow us to get to where we need to be when we need to be there. But the Bible tells us to lay aside those weights. And why? We look at a generation now, the way we deal with anxiety, we'll talk about it. We deal with the lust and addiction. We deal with all these other things that we just carry, that we don't have to carry. They're weighing you down. Lay it aside. We understand running the race. We understand the witnesses. We understand to look towards Jesus. But why do we struggle so much with letting go of things?